Saturday, December 9th. I'm here at Fort Myers Beach, 2023, and it's crowded to get in the beach, so I didn't even attempt to go over to Staro Island for parking. So I just said, you know what, I better grab these spots while they're still available. But from the looks of traffic, it's about it's about 12:15 actually. It's not that late. Maybe closer to 12:30. I just said, you know what? I better bicycle over. So I pumped up the back tire. I just greased everything. Feels all right. Just the camera angle level. Why? The seat's kind of funny. It's got twisted. Oh wow. Oh well, I have to deal with a twisted seat. It's slightly off kilter. It's probably because I was loading it. But an off kilter seat means the seat could fall off. So I'm gonna have to take a stop sometime up here. Just take a quick look at it. It's probably bouncing in the car or something. Yeah, it does look like it's tilted a little bit. When that happens, that seat can fall off. All right, I was too excited to get out here. Yeah, the garage selling this morning was, to tell you the truth, it was horrible. I mean, I expected more video game systems. I didn't see any. They had some video games, $5-10 range. Most of them were PS4. There was no PS3, no PS5. That's what I expect because everyone right now is really focusing on the X5. I mean, the PlayStation 5. So PS4 is, that's on a waning end, and the PS3 is dead. Nobody really wants that anymore. All right. There is a lot of glass on the street here, on the bridge. I gotta be careful. I noticed there was one soft spot in my back tire. Riding on the beach wears out outer tubes really fast, so I always have to be cognizant and inspect the back tires. Usually I inspect them when I get back from the beach. I hose my tires and oil up the bike, so I clean it up, and I inspect the back tire at that point. The sun hit it at a good angle, so I got a good look at it. It's amazing. I'm going about 2 miles an hour and almost keeping up with traffic here. The tide is high right now. I can see it in the back bay. So we'll see. If it's high on the beach, that'll be unfortunate. It was a beautiful blue sky, cloudless this morning. And right when I finished garage selling, all of a sudden all these clouds moved in. I'm like, what's all that about? But with clouds is some humidity, and the humidity has gone up. It was humid this morning, but it was a comfortable, chilly humid, which is bearable. It's probably about 84 degrees right now. Going up, that's for sure. There is some rain though. I see clouds raining down North Naples. Looks like there's some rain showers down by Staro Beach. They were talking about rain. I didn't understand what they were saying, but on the top of this bridge, looking to the east towards Staro Bonita and North Naples, I could see rain. Definitely in North Naples, there's rain. Vanderbilt Beach, definitely. It's kind of weird because those are just little clouds. In fact, the rain extends all the way towards Fort Myers Beach. I wouldn't be surprised if the south end of the island has some rain. But we're not going to go all the way down there. And the clouds are moving from west to east, so they're already past us. Who knows? Maybe we'll turn around. Weather has a habit in this area of reversing itself every 3 or 4 hours, so it could. So I got all the right attire on. I got my cameras, my shoes, the right shoes this time, not my garage shoes. I got both cameras, made sure that the lenses were clean, Sometimes I forget, but this time I didn't. I oiled the bicycle, made sure the brakes were okay. So everything's in tune. Except if I came out here at the wrong time, I should have got here an hour earlier. But it was just delay after delay at home. I have to balance my play time with my home fix-up time, which is terrible. I need a home that doesn't need fix-up. Right. So 2000 Flavors are doing good. It's pretty awesome. Surf Style is open now for business. Right over here, not this one over here. I can see that parking is going at a premium here. Remember, Lynn Hall Park now, they charge $5 an hour. You got to pay by some kind of app you have to download into your phone, which is ridiculous. That's the way they do it. I'm looking at the Gulf. It looks pretty high. I'm looking at the Inland Bay, the canal here. It's pretty high. Still no evidence of construction at 7-Eleven on to the right. I've been looking at that Tahitian Inn on the way to Fort Myers Beach. I'm telling you. I know I can get a crew together of about 12 people, maybe even a couple more than that. And for about the 30 homes there is, that would be one person per 3, or if you group them up, like in two people teams, that would be 18 rooms per 2-person team, which is a lot. But if I get like well, that's if I have four people. If I get 8 people, then or better yet 9, because it divides easy, then actually no, 9 does divide easy. 36, let's see, divided by 2 is it's 18, I guess. And if I had 9 people, that they would do 2 rooms each. I think that's how it works. No, that doesn't work out. 9 would be 4. Okay, so it would have to be 9 people, but it works on teams of 2. That's 4. So that'd be the 9 rooms each. Or 4. Yeah, something like that. Anyway. Not much has changed here. They put a telephone pole across the driveway there to prevent people from using it as a parking area. I guess. Here's another mobile home, a 5th wheel that went up here. So it's kind of nice. They're by their pool. It's pretty sweet. This hotel over here on the left-hand side, this lime green one, that is the investment opportunity. They fixed the roof. They put shingles on it. I can see that. But the whole roof still needs some trim work. They're not done. I'm not sure if they painted it or not, but that's definitely well over their head. They would need an investor. See, the way I would do it is that you make most of your money on resale, so you don't really make it on rent. You make your mortgage on rent, and then you sell it for a profit down the road. But if the profit down the road is subject to a hurricane, there's no profit to be made. So the only profit to be made is you buy distressed properties at a really low price, fix them up, and sell them for the maximum amount you can get. Whether that's in a good economy, bad economy, but you gotta do it. You gotta give yourself 9 months. So you have to buy it out of hurricane season and before hurricane season. Because once hurricane season strikes, no one is going to lend and there's going to be no insurance offered. So you have to basically buy the bills after they got hit with the hurricane at a low price, sometime August, September. Fix it, make sure it's done, ready for inspection by January, and ready to be resold, listed on the market by February. And then you'll get offers in. That would be the fleeting days of season, but you want that because you want people to buy on their way out. And then Yeah, sell, get an all cash deal, no seller financing, that's for sure. And then absolutely. Yeah, these nice puffy clouds. There's very few puffy clouds over the Gulf, and this morning that's what it looked like. But there is, if you look inland, basically it's behind me or to the right. Those puffy clouds are stacking. Oh, here we got a little festival going on. Interesting. I don't know what it's all about, but it looks like they're having a party. No one said, hey, stop here, enjoy. There was some food there. I was tempted. Definitely too soft. There used to be a sidewalk here, believe it or not. There's a sidewalk that's about 4 to 6 inches below the sand level. They'll probably never peel back that sand layer. Never. They still haven't fixed this boardwalk. I don't think they ever will. The boardwalk was built at a transition time when labor prices were still really low and people really wanted to help out and volunteer. Now it's not the case anymore. I see a lot of boats offshore. I'm trying to get over here. This looks solid over here. Oh yeah, it's a little solid, more solid over here. Just get up a little speed. We're going a little downhill. Now we're going uphill. All right, so we just caught the basin. So this area never was basin. This had a good like 4 or 5 inches of fluff sand on top of it at one point, but now it's so low that there are, that every week has that one extreme high tide. It rolls over this area and smooths it out, which is nice. And so it looks at things. The tide looks like it's slowly going out because the seaweed is not bunched up. So it's still a pretty relatively high tide, but the seaweed, because it's not being bunched up, it gives the appearance that the tide is slowly receding. There is a sandbar about 50 yards out, which is about a foot deep right now, but it's probably about 3 to 4 feet deep between that at this tide level. The sand here is very soft still. I'm sinking in and it's hard to pedal. People, when people look at you, you have to say hello. So they were looking straight at me, and I said hello. They waved back. Got it. It's not a beach patrol, but there is an off-road 4x4 right next to me, making all that noise. Guys are just enjoying themselves. John Deere. Sorry. All right, it's a little bit better down here. They must work for Pink Shell because they're going the length of the property. And if they go any further than that, then I don't see any indication that they're Lee County. But they are. So I guess they're just enjoying themselves. Again, I wouldn't mind it. It'd be like a Daytona Beach. We should make this area Daytona Beach to attract more people. The beach is wide enough now here too. I mean, this beach, Daytona Beach used to be wide like this. After a couple hurricanes and a couple of, basically the city government of Daytona Beach is totally inept, and everybody they hire in there is totally inept. They steal all the money, so there's no money left over to renourish their famous beach that once was. So again, there are a bunch of Democrats and they're ruining everything. And until that cancer is voted out, and again, Democrats steal their elections, so that'll never happen. So They have to be just arrested, and that city has to be defunded. And then once all the government services evaporate, all the Democrats will leave that area, and then you could establish, you don't even have to put a new government. Nobody needs it. You don't need local government anymore. That's a farce. You could have simple, non-elected town hall people get together and decide what's right or wrong. It doesn't cost that much money to do stuff. Volunteer work basically is volunteer work ethic. That's 99% of the job right there. Materials, that's minor. Now, so far, bicycling at this high tide mark hasn't been that bad. I see there's some bicyclists ahead of me. It is kind of bumpy. As long as I follow these tire ruts, it's not too bad. Thank you. And these people are just enjoying themselves. Yeah, people think I'm police, but this time I have a Nike shirt on, so black Nike shirt with red Nike insignia. So I look more like a tennis person right now than a policeman. Although I do have black sunglasses, black hat, black shoes, black bike, 2 cameras. It looks suspicious, but it's alright. Must be going about 6 miles an hour, not that fast. On the beach. Totally awesome. Here's the Best Western Plus that I've been talking about. This is like a great casino. They're finally fixing the first floor above ground, but they replaced all the doors. They replaced all the doors with new sliders. So that's a very expensive endeavor. I don't know how many rooms there are, but if it's 48 rooms times $1,000 a door, that's a lot of money. They must have got their insurance. Yeah, I'm looking at the rain. Definitely Vanderbilt Beach, Naples, Bonita Springs to somewhat. Definitely Estero. I see Coconut Point got hit. And then I also see some rain down by, it looks like the Lover's Key, almost touching the Fort Myers Beach. Friendly. When they look at you, you gotta look back. It's pretty awesome. The water must be inviting. It must be about 78 or something. A bullet camera kind of resembles a headlight, so they don't think of it as a camera, but I do have a cell phone pointed in front of my, and that one definitely looks like a camera. So when people see me come by, they know there's a camera rolling. And they kind of perk up a little bit. It want to be good for the camera. So it looks like the tide is going out, but it's just barely. This is what high tide looks like right now. The sandbar is just accumulating here. It was drawn offshore. I'm not sure what hurricane drew it off, maybe a Dahlia or something, but it just comes, sand is pushed back on shore, slowly but surely. Definitely have to come back this way. I see a lot of interest, like the sandcastle here. See, people are looking at the sandcastle and they're getting ideas. Oh, sorry. This is the best place on the beach to camp out is right here where I am at, underneath the shade from that. Okay, there's no urine smell at all this week, thank goodness. No urine from the top of Mass Pier 1 here, and no urine smell from the bathrooms that they knocked down last weekend. There's a guy I'm just passing on the left-hand side. He's taking pictures of all the women that are walking by. So I saw him snapping those shots. Pretty funny.
Every time I hit the other side of the lake, I have to catch the air.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm smelling a urine smell. Oh man. Not as putrid as it was, but man. Oh yeah. It's getting worse. I could be smelling those porta potties. Oh, it's getting worse. Maybe the porta potties are leaking. Oh my god. I need to get rid of those things. That is disgusting smelling. Oh. Smells like, oh yeah, urine. You can smell it. Wow. And these people that are lounging out here enjoying the urine smell, that's ridiculous, to say the truth. Well, you never know. Maybe they're therapeutic. These tattoos. So Margaritaville is open. There is a beach bar. That's why there's so much traffic. And look at how many boats are parked out here. There's probably bathrooms there too. Wow. So the La Di Da Beach Bar. That was a song that Ringo Starr had the lyrics to. It was the title. It's called the JWB Grill. So the pool area is not open, but the easement between Estero Boulevard and the beach is open, and the beach bar is open. So that is totally awesome. Probably the bathrooms are open. So that's awesome. Yeah, might as well get the people, get the business in. I see people up in the balconies too. So people are exploring the hotel. So everyone is checking it out. It's pretty cool. All these umbrellas here on the left-hand side, that's all Margaritaville as well. So that'll draw more people to the beach, which helps out the beach. It may even spark 7-Eleven to open up their business again. So a lot of people are bring their boats up because it's high tide, and they could park over the sandbar, and then they could drink in the water. So a lot of people from shore are going out, and people are offering them liquor. Who knows? Maybe for free, maybe they're charging. It doesn't matter. That would be the best business. Even puppies are in the baby strollers on the beach. Pretty awesome. That puppy was really happy. I tell you, he was really happy. the ground floor above, I mean the first floor above ground on Lanakai is now all boarded up. I had thought they had fixed that floor, but I guess not. The beach here is really good because probably a lot of people have walked on it and compacted the sand. So it's not spring break yet, but you can see what's to come. With spring break, which is kind of like mid-February through the end of April. It incorporates up until Easter, or just about almost the weekend after Easter. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You're gonna have probably twice as many people here crowding the beach. And all the parking spots everywhere, even Little Cerro Island will be full. You're gonna have to get there real early, like before 10 a.m. to get a spot. And people will be parking on the grass, they'll be parking every which way. They can park their cars. But it's pretty awesome how many people are down here. Everyone is really just too impressed. I have to be careful. I'm driving over some of the seaweed. I don't know. Seaweed obscures seashells, so sometimes if you're not watching where you're going, it's very easy to get distracted that you end up driving over a seashell. A big sharp seashell. Okay, the house I want to buy here on the beach is still there. I gotta make effort now trying to buy it. I just can't be talking about it. They're gonna want serious money. So I don't know if that's gonna happen. I have to be serious, you know. Do I want to buy a house on the beach that will take just as much effort? Well, maybe not as much effort, but it won't make that much money compared to a hotel. I would say there's a mix between young people, middle-aged, and old people here at the beach. It's not one variety. So yeah, so you won't be out of place if you're young, middle-aged, or old. And no one is hesitant about wearing bathing suits. I haven't seen that many men with like huge pot bellies, and you know, same with women. I haven't seen too many people out of shape here. Now, back at the Lanakai area, I did see some people, you know, hiding under umbrellas, and some of them look like they had a little bit more than they should have. But overall, I think people are pretty well fit in all ages. Like that guy we just passed. He was smiling to the hills, but yeah, he needs a lot of work. But you know, we'll let him slide. Definitely, this is a nice, definitely a nice, nicely compacted sand for a bike trip back. Now it looks like the surf is trying to make a second going towards a high tide. Here's the keep on saying the Nautilus. Maybe it is the Nautilus. I forget now what it is. Neptune. This is troublesome here. Oh, perfect timing. Thank you. Here's the ice cream guy. What's he doing all the way down here? Wow, if he's all the way down here, that means, wow. Can't believe he's all the way down here, to tell you the truth. People are eating ice cream. Wow. So homeless people talking to the ice cream guy, saying that this is a hidden underbelly where the rent is cheap and it's excellent. He's right. Everyone is nice. There's no crime over here. You know, unless minorities come into town, believe me, let's face it, then there's crime. But, you know, there's no minorities. There are some, on the beach here, there are some beach bums that do break into businesses to try to use whatever hidden corner they can to urinate or crap in. That's, excuse me for saying that, but that's the truth. There's a lot of places under construction, and a lot of bums are using that as temporary habitat. Again, they ruin things because they don't care, which is sad, you know? Even if you're a bum, if you're trying to get up on your feet, you should care. You shouldn't trespass. Look at this bicycle over here. This guy's got a recumbent bike, and see, a lot of the bicycles have the pedals on the outside of the handlebar. This one is made for you to kind of like lean. I don't know how it's meant, but I guess you sit back. But a lot of the newer recumbent bikes have the wheel before the pedal, so the pedal is over the wheel, so you sit a little bit more inverted. But to tell you the truth, I think that is more of a better style. It puts a little more strain on your spine, though. I'm not really for a recumbent bike like that. I'm for a ratchet pedal bike. You can do a ratchet pedal bike that way as well as the normal way, but I like gravity assisting pulling your leg down, because your body is designed, obviously you have blood vessels, veins, you've got blood flowing through it, and gravity helps in that. So if you're recumbent and pushing your leg out, you're fighting gravity, as well as you're causing an oxygen deficiency with every type of jab, every push of the pedal. If you're not working with gravity, you're working against yourself. So I like up and down, you know, not prone, but you know, vertical style, whatever you want to call it, natural style pedaling. I mean, if you don't have to pedal and it's electric driven, then yeah, I can lie down. But there's a problem that when you lie down, you're more complacent. So if you see any sign of imminent danger, you have to take an extra 1 or possibly 2 seconds to react. Whereas when you're in a walking stretch, if you see danger, you put your foot down, you could avert something, giving yourself at least 2 more seconds of aversion time. So you have to be just a really good recumbent, relaxed, and, you know, confident in yourself. You have to practice. Practice makes perfect, right? Anyway, we're only going to get out a little farther. I'm not going to go too much further. I want to go back on the beach here. It's just so totally awesome. I'm looking towards the landward side. I don't see much development of anything. The old CNS Bank that's at the S corner, of Estero Boulevard. Still no progress on that. I'm looking up here at Fresh Catch, and I do see what appears to be new windows. I do see what appears to be something, they're doing something to the roof, but, or maybe that's just my imagination. Maybe nothing's happening. From an angle there, it looked like, no, nothing's happening. Okay, I take that back. The roof is still in disarray. So, hello. Alright, so we're going to go down here to, I'm not going to go all the way down to Publix. Forget it. I'll go maybe a couple 100 yards beyond this radio tower. It's just beautiful right now to bicycle. This type of beach right now is the perfect ideal beach. You have low seashells, a wide open terrain so that I don't have to keep my eye on the ground, and it's devoid of shells, so I can see more scenery as I'm biking, so I don't have to look at the ground. All these homes on the right-hand side that are still standing are great investments. You can buy them. They've been tested against a major hurricane. They survived, and now they're reinforced. So they're good to go for the next major hurricane. And Hurricane Ian was a Category 4. It was not a Category 5. It had a lot more power. I mean, the potential for a Category 5 would have been, an extra 5 feet of water. That would have probably knocked out half of the remaining homes. 5 more feet of water. A lot of the homes on the back bay got lucked out because a 10.5-foot surge. Luckily, their first floor was like 11, 12 feet. They're lucky above mean high tide. But if the water level is 15, 17 feet with 5 to 7 foot wave swells on top of that, done. Those homes, their roofs would have been knocked over. They would have been knocked over. Plus, they would have made a lot of cars would have buoyed more cars. Cars would have been battering rams. It's fantastic out right now. All right, so we're past the radio tower. I'm just taking a look. All these seagulls up here. I don't want to disturb the seagulls, so we're going to turn around. All right. So it's just gorgeous out. I see someone way offshore, almost a mile, parasailing. So they have to be parasailing from Fort Myers Beach. I wouldn't think that they're parasailing from Sanibel. Sanibel's about 7 miles away from this point, maybe 8 miles. Probably 7. Sanibel is only 5 miles away from Bogwitch Point. So I'm experiencing a slight headwind, maybe half a knot. It's a cool headwind, so it's totally nice, totally awesome. You wouldn't experience this if you're just walking. You have to go between 3 and 4 miles an hour to experience it, the cool breeze. And it's just heaven. It's just evaporating the sweat. As soon as that air hits me, the sweat is just evaporating. So it's like a natural air conditioner. So we're going to see how far the ice cream guy has gotten. A lot of people are parking here because they think they can get away with parking at the old Junkaroo. And they can if no one's going to enforce the private property. I love this property. If I had my real estate business going to a point where I could substantiate buying this, that would, minimum $4.5 million for the building and property, minimum another $50,000 for permitting, more like $100,000, and then another $1 million to $2 million minimum to just build something, something basic, a platform basically, and then I'd have to sell the structure. So these little birds are learning how to get out of the way without flying. I have a neighbor doing a major inside repair of his house. He's got piles and piles by the curb. All houses need to be refurbished, but you have to draw a line. You have to say when is enough. When your house was initially designed and built, it was built with the necessities the house needed. And unless those necessities break and they need to be repaired, if they're still functioning and they're not broken, and they're maintained okay. Like I maintain it pretty good. There's no irking feeling for me to rip up something perfectly good and to put something else in, especially right now at these prices. If prices were to go down 50%, or if I could get my hands on some material at a discount price, yeah, no problem. But right now, it's just too much. I can do all the labor myself. I have all the tools, but I don't have right now access to any quality cabinetry. I've been in like Goodwill. I've been in some of these other Restore and some of these other places. I forget what they're called. I'm not seeing the quality there. I see junk. So I've been in some manufacturer shops too, and they're trying to sell more than what. Like you can get stuff on Alibaba shipped brand new, and you have to buy three room sizes, but you buy like 2 bathrooms and a kitchen, all the cabinetry, they'll actually ship it, and it comes out just maybe 5 or 10% more than the Home Depot prices, but the quality is so much better. So the Home Depot, they're just selling the melamine board, whereas this stuff you can get it in metal of your choice, aluminum, copper, steel. All the drawers are track drawers. They have Lazy Susans built in. I mean, it's just nice. So anyway, I've been looking at that. You can also buy complete homes on Alibaba. I was looking at that. You could buy a bedroom, a kitchen, modular homes and put them together yourself. They could also be stackable, so you could build like a minimal land space but tall building. I don't know if the code will allow that in this area though, but it's awesome what concepts and what things you have available outside the United States. If they were to get rid of all the laws in the United States to prevent awesome building like that, you would see ultra modern, for a lot less. It's just the United States needs to be rebooted. I'm not saying the Constitution is bad. I'm saying that the people, there's people, Democrats, that ruin the Constitution by not adhering to it, and the Supreme Court doesn't enforce it either. So, freedom means no taxation, and Democrats are forcing taxation out the wazoo to everyone. It's not good. Anyway, I'm not going to go there because I can go there forever. Anyway, I have an idea. Vote for me and I will fix it. I'll be a benevolent dictator, and I'll be so benevolent you won't even know I exist. I'll probably be like a Jimmy Buffett dictator where you can do whatever you want, just don't rock the boat, Alright. Smart. See, she's avoiding them by going up here. This dog's cute. Back up to the Diamond Head, and there's a lot of people. Diamond Head, their pool's open. They're working on their beach bar right now. They put a new awning on the beach restaurant. And it's called Diamond Head because Fort Myers Beach has a Hawaiian theme going on. Ever since the 1920s, Fort Myers Beach and Hawaii have been like sister cities, and that was one of the marketing ploys to get people who were so fascinated with Hawaii to come to Fort Myers Beach because they claimed it looked the same. And probably back then with all the palm trees on the beach, it probably did look the same. There are a lot of palm trees, but after Hurricane Ian took out like 3/4 of all the foliage, it's hard to see that at the moment. So there's people selling food and drinks, and they come up in little baskets to your umbrella and chairs, and they show you what they have inside the baskets. And I guess these are people that work here at Diamond Head. You might as well market to them. There's a guy building an octopus sandcastle. It's awesome. Yeah. If you did your water, you did your playing, whatever, you did your sun tanning, yeah, build a sandcastle. A lot of people have drinks and drink holders on the beach, so they're enjoying themselves. I hear the tuba guy coming. Again, these guys, $5 a picture. Both the pirate and the tuba guy. Sometimes I can recognize the song he's tubing. That's all right, my fault. Thank you. So again, it's like almost cloudless north and west of me. I'm basically traveling westbound right now, so that would be kind of southwest and west. But if you look towards the north and behind me to the east, there's plenty of clouds with some rain. I bet people recognize me every Saturday. Sometimes I come out here Sunday as well. Or I come out Sunday and forget about Saturday. But people who come out here regularly, the locals, they recognize me. They're like, what is this guy doing with two cameras? Alright, I see the tuba guy. He's wearing a yellow shirt straight ahead. I still haven't recognized the music he's playing. So again, people are offshore drinking. They're drinking. I can tell that there's alcohol in those containers. Oh, he's playing a Christmas song. He's playing Deck the Halls. Playing a good tuba version of it too. I guess when you go into college, you have nothing else better to do. Cute German Shepherd here.
Sorry, not sorry.
So most boats are here in front of Margaritaville, that's for sure. must be about 200 people inside that La Vida beach bar. You gotta rent these tents too. You don't stay here. There's a dog out on a boat, on a pontoon boat, and he definitely is not afraid of the water. He's hanging out the boat, looking, and he's still hanging way off the boat. He knows his limitations, but he's not afraid. It's pretty awesome. There's a lot of people on that boat too, so there must be some hamburgers and some alcohol going. Definitely works out. Now we're running into that urine smell again. This is it's putrid. It's putrid. It's got to be I guess when they take away the porta potties, they spill the stuff all over the place. Like what's the reason to have a porta potty if you're just going to spill it all over the place? Oh man, that is. Oh, maybe that's an overflowing porta potty. Oh man, that is. Maybe there's some kind of a septic system emptying right into the Gulf here. Oh, that's putrid. Oh man, it's getting worse. Oh, wow. I'm not sure if it's coming from it can't be coming from the water. It's got to be coming from inland. Okay, those women were wearing nice perfume that kind of muffled the smell a little bit. They probably don't smell the smell.
I said no.
All right, now the smell seems to be abating a bit. Yeah, I smell more suntan lotion and perfume than I do smell. Okay, the smell is gone. Wow, that was putrid. Don't lie down over there. That's for sure. Go down a little further here. Sorry. Guy with the sandcastle I passed. Yeah, you guys didn't take a look here. Oh, there he is. He's got a tip jar there too, and it looks like he's got some electric lights on it. So it's pretty awesome. See a lot of hungry people. So the restaurant. So here's a guy digging a foxhole. Wow, that's deep. That's good experience digging one. That's for sure. Although I don't expect an invasion from Mexico anytime soon, or Cuba. The tide is going out. I can see the difference between where the tide was and its relationship to the seaweed and where it is now. Because the tide must have gone down about 4 inches. So usually you have about a 2.5 foot spread in tide, although some days it's more. It's gone as high I've seen as 4 feet, but it's dropped at least 4 inches since I came up here earlier. Still pretty crowded over here. Sorry. Drove over his sandcastle. So he had a look of grief on his face. So we'll drive back on the road a little bit. first opportunity I find to cut off. I'm not going to go all the way back down the creek trail.
That's where you want to be.
And it looks like this is my first opportunity right before the Best Western Plus, which is the hotel I want. I'd love to turn into a casino. It reminds me of the Boardwalk Regency a little bit in Atlantic City, how they converted that old hotel, and with repeated remodeling, they turned it into a nice casino. It used to be just a plain old, like 1960s style hotel. It was one of the envies of the of the boardwalk, and then just like all the rest of Atlantic City, mismanagement, government stealing and penalizing and really ruining the businesses, extorting money and everything. And luckily, gambling came along when you had the New York mob and the Philadelphia mobs were fighting over it. And but the mobs, those out-of-state mobs, were able to control the local minorities who were doing all the robbing. I mean, let's face it, the mobs were doing the big money extortion, protection money. But you pay protection money, your business doesn't get burnt down, as compared to being robbed every single day. You end up having to pay the protection money to keep your business on operation. And if your business is robbed, then those mob boys take care of those criminals. You'll never see those criminals ever, the people that ransack your business. They'll try to give you back as much money as you got, give you favorable merchandise. I know this because I'm from New Jersey. I didn't participate in that stuff, but you hear about it because it happens so close to home, as the saying goes, so close to home, with so many people that not participating in it, but who have direct experience, whether their business was robbed or. Here, we're going to bicycle on this side of it. I'm not going to go into detail, but when my first jobs, I was working as a manager of budget rent-a-car, and I had to rent out Lincoln Town cars, and that was the car renting of choice for the bigwigs. Sometimes back in the early 80s for $100 a day, which is outlandish, but they would pay it, no problem. And I wouldn't see that car for months, but their credit card was good. And they want to conduct all transactions on an unmarked car, so that's why they rented cars. I didn't know that they're doing illicit activities, but you could surmise that the best way to conduct illicit activities is using a car with no trace, whether it be a stolen car or a rented car. The rented car does have a trace, but you never know. The credit card or the person's name on the credit card could be also forged. You never know. As long as the credit card works, that's the key behind renting a car. So looks like Lynn Hall Park is full. They're using this. Okay, so just past the old 7-Eleven location, they're not here. But 7-Eleven would do better being closer to downtown. So if this property that got destroyed, this would actually make a better 7-Eleven. Although I do like the 7-Eleven location over there because it's on a side street, so it makes servicing, getting provisioning for the 7-Eleven in the odd hours that much easier. See, this also would be a good location because it's right across the street from Lynn Hall Park, and people would naturally cross here because it's, again, out of sight, out of mind. So 7-Eleven is definitely visible from this angle. You'd have a lot more business here. So if I was 7-Eleven, Southland Corporation, I would definitely consider if I could sell my property, which right now they could, and buy closer. Because in time, the property closer to this area is going to be worth more. All these properties. I mean, if I was 7-Eleven, even buying this old Palaka would be ideal. And Dairy Queen too. If they had a little tiny Dairy Queen, they could buy Palaka right here, this old, on the left-hand side here. It's for sale by Joe Pavich Jr. That's where the Palaka 1 used to be. Now Palaka 1 is by the Bridge Tower by College Parkway and McGregor. They changed that. See, look, there is a construction fence going up here. So someone bought this property, this old Pier 1 property, and they're going to start doing something with it. Hopefully they'll get rid of that urine smell. Okay, I haven't smelled the urine smell yet. Alright, now I'm starting to smell the urine smell. Oh, wow. It is. Oh, this is just putrid. This urine smell is so disgusting. I wonder if it's coming up from the sewer here. Oh man, it's the urine is so putrid that my nostrils are going into defense mode and turning on the non-smell. Oh my gosh. Okay, like the smell of urine has decreased. Wow. There's not that many bums here in Fort Myers Beach. I mean, there may be about 20 of them. There used to be 100 before the hurricane. So it's good to see that oh, thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem.
All right, so I see people using the bridge going from Landside, Margaritaville to Seaside. You know, the word land shark is in a Jimmy Buffett song, so they're scoffing on that. Jimmy Buffett, one of the songs said sharks on land shark, right? So Jimmy Buffett definitely was a visionary. Look, people walking in there, nice.
We're going to the beach.
See, the elevators have lights on, they seem to be working. So here's the easement going to the beach. Let's see how far I can go here. I can't go that much farther. This is amazing. You can see the pool over there. A little gazebo here for a bus stop. Yeah, you get some guy there looking at me like, oh, you better not try to ride that bicycle over here. That's amazing. Alright, we're starting to walk over here, so I'm going to go. So, the Margaritaville never bought that easement, so they offered the easement for the people if they could have control over that land. So this surf club coming up on the left-hand side, man, that would make an excellent investment / real estate office. Look at Margaritaville, almost ready. They still haven't put the final coat of Marcite down the pool yet. I don't know what they're waiting on. But that's going to take at least 2 weeks to put it down and give it a week to harden before they fill it up with water. A week to put it down, a week to let it harden, and a week to fill it up. Maybe it'll take them less than a week to fill up. That's a lot of water. Maybe if they got nice big powerful hoses, maybe two full days nonstop. And it's going to be a saltwater pool, so you could almost strain the Gulf of Mexico, pump it right in. As long as you strain it and sanitize the Gulf of Mexico and don't put that urine water in the pool. All right, so here's tuna skin. Oh, yeah, there's no urine smell here. Man, I tell you, that's the city. The town of Fort Myers Beach. What are they actually paid for? Why are they taxing people? They need to find out what's going on down there and fix that situation. And that is disgusting. It'll make everyone sick. All right, so they're charging $15 a day. Looks like most of the parking is pretty much full to capacity. I don't see that many open spaces. Oh, my fault. Sorry about that. Thank you. So we're just going to bicycle down to, we'll go down to Junkaroo and come back. Here's the Kia Estero Shopping Center. They're starting to fix the roof again. They started to, then they stopped, and the roof got ripped off by the summer storm. The underlayment got ripped off. Now they're putting more underlayment. I can't wait for them to put the copper back up. Shouldn't take that long. So the Good Shopping Center, that's another good location. You gotta think unconventional because a lot of the conventional business opportunities, ideas have already been. This area right here is a good spot to park your car. See how they cleared out the old hotel here, and this is private property, you're trespassing, but you know what? If they're not going to enforce it, you can park here. And Sun and Fun Rentals, that's the old Leaky Tiki across the street, they're doing, I don't see that many people renting stuff, but they seem to enjoy themselves. That looks like it's a retirement business. Someone bought that with their retirement money, and now they're living the dream. Doing the Jimmy Buffett. Across the street, people are illegally parking there as well. That's I hate the sidewalk. I should have driven the street. That's the Diamond Head's parking. So the people are parking there. Diamond Head's not going to say anything about it because they still have some parking that's available here. So unless all their parking is consumed, then they'll start complaining about it. All right, I'm going to go out bicycle in the street because I don't like bicycling on this broken sidewalk. Traffic is... See that Tri-Power building? I love it. That was the old Blockbuster Video. And then Domino's owned this elevated structure that Tri-Power had. Domino's built it, then a law firm had it for a little while. And then after a hurricane, I guess the law firm went out, and then Tri-Power really acquired it. Okay, so it used to be a Mondo's daycare across the street, and then over here, they finally cleaned up the remaining junk from the Shamrock, and it looks like they want to rent a backhoe. And then over here, this is that hotel that still looks in good condition. Aluminum roof. Where you're going to see a hotel after a hurricane is still in such good condition. People are parked in there though. It says no trespassing. People are parked in there using the beach. And then there are those buildings that I was looking at last week. I still haven't uploaded the video, which is terrible. I haven't even compiled the video yet. I got this video to work on now, and I haven't even done the video yet. It's terrible. I just got the garage selling video. I don't know. This week has just been. I haven't been like busy. It's just that there are these last second things that come up that consume my time, and they seem to be, whether it be work related, doing a little extra for work, whether. I'm entertaining right now, so you have people, making demands upon you, diverts your attention. You can't get all this stuff done. So, especially a video, when, I want to, it doesn't take long. It takes about 10 minutes for me to really put that video together, to compile it. And unfortunately, the video has got to be compiled into another movie because I'm taking two videos and merging them together. But I just have to make sure the audio tracks are in alignment, because I don't want to merge two videos together with the audio tracks misaligned. So I have to go through the video just to eyeball it to make sure that the videos are all in sync. And believe it or not, it's a lot faster to eyeball a track than it is to actually trying to listen to the audio track. It's easier to look at the sine waves and to see. Your eye is much faster than your hearing. And I get that done. I get a 2.5 hour movie done in 10 minutes. So this building here, this Estero Beach Club East, they're doing a lot of nice facade work. They're open to the public though, which is a good thing. The library, he's got something going on. Now this is rare. I don't know what's going on, but it says chili cook-off. I guess they're going to charge to get in. If they were offering free samples, I would go in. Check it out. Since this is a beach beach exploring video as well. So you probably have to pay to get in there. Yeah, it looks like you have to pay. But this is interesting. Yeah, it looks like you have to register for something. It's by the Sandoval Captiva Community Bank. Current Realty, never heard of that. Alex King. Must be a new real estate. Yeah. Wow, this is amazing. All right. So there's a lead train coming here. I wonder if they're dropping off people. I'm on the wrong side of the road, I know it. Sorry. So you can see on the left-hand side some of the chili, I don't know what it is over there. Again, you don't need a library because nobody... It looks like they're having some kind of they're selling stuff here too, like seashells and decorative stuff and stuff that you would never buy, and you know, all this whatever RC junk that I can care less for. There is a big dark cloud. It's not that big, but it's big enough to make some rain. And it's two clouds basically bumped in together like the last couple minutes, and it caused those two little clouds to merge into a bigger, darker cloud. So it's, I'm not sure whether it's receding or coming or what, but it looks like they're slowly making work destroying this building. Looks like they've come to the conclusion that the property is probably worth more than the building. So I said I would go down to Junkaroo. I mean it. Down to Junkaroo. Oh, Current Coastal Realty. Wow. So that yellow building we just passed, obviously that's the first time I've seen it. So he must have bought that building. That's pretty awesome. Okay, I'm looking down towards Naples. The whole coast of Naples now is enveloped in rain. Or at least it's raining at least a mile offshore. And it extends pretty far out too. It goes out maybe about 5-10 miles off Naples, rain. The rain is about a mile off of Fort Myers Beach. Maybe 2 miles. But I can see it. You can see the haze, and that's just rain. So these clouds are probably going to bump into those clouds and reinforce that rain. All right, so anyway, here's on the right-hand side would be Junkaroo and Fresh Catch. And yeah, from the looks of it, I don't see any further development. I don't see any demolition, but I don't see further development. Sorry about that. I wasn't watching where I was going. Alright, so this is the old Fort Myers Beach firehouse. Again, I would love to buy this and put this into a real estate office, but would they really sell this to me for the price I want? I mean, realtors could park here. It's not a big deal. I would, the bottoms I would have to rent out as like storefront. 1, 2, 3, 4 stores. This side I couldn't rent out at all. I might be able to put some tents there. I don't know. I'd have to knock down that concrete. It's not a big deal, but or I have to put some banisters around it. I see no need for it. I see no. It's got a. Its power line has been detached. Of course, now's the perfect time to do underground power, but I'd have to dig a big trench. It looks like there was underground power at one point because you see an underground thing here. In fact, it's just been taped on. You see something's going underground, but there's also another wire that's taped next to it. And they're both going underground a little bit. I don't see where they're coming in, but so maybe there still is power. No, but anyway. Would I get a certificate of occupancy? No. I mean, I could put lipstick on a pig and paint it, and get power, get air conditioning. I would have to take a tour of the inside. The key is if I could buy it cheap, and then I could use one of the floors or rooms, whatever, as a real estate office, have like a shared professional office upstairs, and then 4 retail businesses rented out downstairs. See, that would make that viable. So if they asked, like, let's say $200,000, then each ground floor could be rented out for $4,000 a month. So that's $16,000 times 12. You know, we're looking at almost a recoup on the entire investment, $200,000. Obviously, there would be about $100,000 repairs, so you have to tack that on as well. So it would take 2 years to recoup that investment. The police here, actually, you know, talking about it, that would be the ideal location for a police station. You know, it's high enough, you know, but again, the police and everybody should be down here at the library. This should be the town hall. But this guy who owns Current Coastal Realty, that did a fantastic job. For one, he painted the building again. 2, put a sign up. He's still renting it out. I still see Access Title Agency. Oh, maybe I can put my real estate sign in that building too. Who knows? I mean, this bank building here, you know, they probably want about $6 million for this property. That's just, you know, forget it. And you have to build now 15 feet high. Wow. It's not a viable solution. The Seagrave Plaza, all new doors and windows have been installed, so it's ready now. Coming this way, it's terrible, but I could. See all the goods and wares they're trying to sell. A lot of seashells, a lot of jewelry. Nice beach shirts, a lot of chili, that's for sure. It looks like they're giving away some kind of drinks, but I'm pretty sure you have to register for this. The makeshift bar they had looked pretty good. Figure out if I'm on high gear or low gear. Again, if you're still standing right now, you're grandfathered in. So if your building is still standing, regardless of what shape it's in, then like the Beach Shell Inn, it's still standing. So it's called, if you buy it, you can get yourself a building permit. It's still standing. Still standing. You know, personally, I think it's still in good shape. I don't care what the building inspector would say. You need some low-cost rentals here on the beach. You just can't have everything brand new, everything $500 a night. You can't have that. You have to have some entry level. So here's a guy on a incoming bike, and hello, nice bike. And the recumbent bike he has the pedals before the wheel, whereas a lot of other bicycles, they have the pedal. They have the wheel before. Now I really don't know the full advantage. I do see though that the recumbent bike has a larger back wheel, which is the propulsion wheel, which is having a larger wheel is definitely better for speed, for coasting. And the front wheel is small on a recumbent bike because of the way the recumbent bike has to be long, and you can't have the suspension on the front wheel has to be closer to vertical, like on this mountain bike I have. It could be off maybe 10 degrees, but you can't be much more than that, especially for turning, or else you're going to get into what's called the lock turn. Someone dropped some nice rope. I'll tell you, that rope there would go excellent around my mailbox. But I look kind of suspicious for carrying that rope though off the island. And that'd make a great mooring rope. So again, we're passing by the old Shamrock. This was a really good bar hangout, especially during spring break. I was here that spring break before Hurricane Ian. It was fantastic. And I was here during St. Patrick's Day, and it was warm. It was like 80-something degrees at night. That was March 17th. So we only have, it's 2 weeks to Christmas, so we have basically the 2 weeks and then the week until New Year's, and then not even 3 months, maybe 2.5 months of this beautiful weather until it starts getting humid again and warming up. So if you have any home repairs that you need to do in this area, now's the time to get those home repairs done, to get any work in the yard that takes any type of capital effort. You're going to sweat or you're going to be eaten by mosquitoes. There's no mosquitoes right now. There's no rain, and the temperature is cool. So it's perfect. Here's Sun and Fun. Closing down his vehicles, make them look nice. Yeah, looks like a retiree. It's a great business. He's got scooters, bicycles. I don't see profit. I mean, right now I don't see profit. I'm glad he's there because he's going to have, what's the word there? Staying power, because he's there first. People are going to recognize him. And as long as he can keep his business open, that name recognition is going to carry over and help in the long run. But I hate to be burning that name recognition now. The nice thing is that, Margaritaville opened, although they're kind of far away, they're going to add 250 hotel rooms, and that many more locals now are going to be lured to the beach. After throwing drink specials, forget it. The locals are coming droves. I was looking to see if there was any. Eventually, when Margaritaville opens their pool area, they're going to have concession carts where you can sell merchandise, whatever merchandise or towels or beach attire or whatever you're going to sell. And I want to look and see if they have that, similar to how you would rent a merchandise cart in the mall. Oh, thank you. $15 a day parking. Same. See, they're grading their slot here, getting ready to allow people to park. They probably put rock in there. They're trying to mix it up. They found some protruding piece of metal. They need to grind it back into the ground. Or maybe an old sidewalk. Tuna Skin, they did a fantastic job. I see all the air conditioners mounted 12 feet or higher above mean high tide. And the second floor looks exceptional. And the first floor is immaculate. Beautiful. Did an excellent job. I see mostly concrete and stucco. Did a fantastic job. I could tell quality because I do stuff like that. And this place, on the other hand, my hat's off to them. They did it on the cheap, but you know what? The cheap is effective. They did a nice vinyl tent that doesn't leak. It's not wearing in the sun. I can see it's ripping already, but you know what? It's holding up. If you can get 2 years out of a tent like that, it paid for itself. And these people, of course, did it on the cheap. They bought old FEMA utility things, and I don't know, I guess the workers are staying here. That's still fantastic. And And then this old beach club, which is the old Waffle House. Again, I love it. I think the structure is sound. They boarded it up so the bumps can't get in there right now. Although bumps can get in, don't worry. At nighttime, they'll find a way in. And then, yeah, Margaritaville is just awesome. They did a painting of Jimmy Buffett's airplane that he would, come on, let's face it, he went to smuggle marijuana, let's face it, cocaine. Look at the mural they put over here. They put his guitar near a palm tree. It's pretty awesome.
You want somebody to navigate yourself?
You know where you see the snow fence? That's going to be all of our fiberglass somewhere. So I guess they're inviting people in, and they have hosts, I guess, are answering questions and directing people to parking. Look at this parking. This used to be $10 a day. Now it's $20. So the guy who owns this lot definitely is smart with that $20. Uh-oh. Someone had a little fender bender up here. Not good. People are trying to check in, and they're already denting their cars. Anyway, I parked in Little Cerro Island. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm just going to end it going under here, under the Lighthouse Resort. So check it out. So, gotta be careful. The sidewalk. Some of these sidewalks are not like uniform between the sides of the street. Some of them have edges, some of them don't.
You remember last
I do like Margaritaville has their bicycle parking in the shade though. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next weekend, here's a tiki bar.